We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
Bob!
Bob! Bob!
Bob!
Bobby!
Bob!
It's Bobchat Baby.
And we're just sitting here cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
Hey, listen, man. If you're in a clown posse, you don't need to tell us you're insane, okay? We know. We don't think you're in an emotionally stable clown posse, okay? We know you're insane. You like that one?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I like that.
I saw it on Reddit.
He saw it on Reddit.
Yeah, welcome to another episode of Bob Chat. I'm your host, Spinal Tap. You know the other voice. You know who it is.
It's high pitch Seth Rogen.
A.K.A. Matt. Yeah, we're here. We are. This is actually the first episode. I believe I've talked about it on a few previous episodes. How my lovely wife, who I love more than anything in this entire world,
Number one,
baby.
after mine, of course. But I'm biased.
Yeah. So we decided that we were gonna make the upstairs studio a playroom for the kids. And
If this was a video chat, you could have seen. If this was a video cast, you could have seen Bob do the quotes when he said "we decided."
whatever. I love Delissa, and you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm always a little hesitant for change, especially when it comes to my special room. You know, the studio.
Yeah, no.
But it's nice down here.
It is nice down here.
This is
cool.
It's cool. It's so nice down here.
How many times do we record upstairs, and by the end of it, I am my ass is sweaty.
Yeah, a lot. Too many to count.
Too many to count.
But yeah, so it's nice. It is nice down here. It's cool, and it's we got a nice little setup. It's bigger than the other room, right? And yeah, there's a bunch of shit down here. So it's
there's a bunch of shit.
It's really nice. This is the first time we haven't had somebody living in our basement for pretty much the entire time I've lived here.
Upside, basement. Downside, that dog was pretty epic.
The what?
The dog was pretty epic.
Oh, yes, Bear. We used to
Bear.
have two dogs.
Yeah, Bear was awesome.
He's still alive.
He's with the person that lived here.
Yeah, he's just lives on a farm now.
That doesn't sound any better. He's on a farm. He's got lots of room to run.
It's an actual farm.
Oh, okay, all right. Wink.
Wink. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's I don't know, it's kind of nice, and I think this is gonna be our new area. We got to get Dad Chat popping off soon.
Yeah, Ethan wants to do one for sure.
Yeah, he does.
Probably out tearing it up around the neighborhood right
now.
now.
Causing trouble.
Being a hooligan.
Being a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been trading Pokemon cards lately, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, he told me that. He's like, I went over to Bob's house. I was like, what?
He texted me.
Yeah,
I want you to know
I believe that. He does it. Like you and Nick, or he texts you guys all the time. He texts Nick all the time. Hey, you want to play a game? Because Nick plays.
Yeah. No, he's awesome, man. He was like, what's your favorite Pokemon? And I told him Snorlax. He's like, well, what other ones? I'm like I like Slowbro and Scyther and shit. He's like, all right, perfect. And I'm like, what is he doing?
All the Pokemon that you like are totally on brand for you.
Yeah.
Slowbro, Snorlax,
Scyther.
I mean, that one's a little off, but
yeah, Slowbro and Snorlax. They're just cool Pokemon.
Yeah, man.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
I don't know.
Oh, too cool for school.
No, I grew up loving Pokemon, but there was never a Pokemon that I was like, that's my fucking jam.
Okay, well, let's just...
I love a Dragonite, though.
Ooh, you should see a card I pulled the other day.
But only because it reminds me of, the original, Peach Dragon.
Yeah, oh, yeah?
Yeah, the cartoon Peach Dragon. I was like, it's fucking Dragonite.
Okay, I can fuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then he just brought me some really sick cards. He brought me a Plasma Team Star. So I'm like, Ethan, are you sure? I'm like, I know this card's worth $8.
I know this card's worth $8, which means in 100 years.
Yeah, it'll be 9.
When my kids pull it out of a fucking safety deposit box.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my sons are very lucky that their dad is a collector of fine things. They're gonna get a lot of shit. Yeah, don't laugh.
I didn't laugh. I was choking on my vape.
I'm a collector of many fine things. You know what I mean? They're gonna get what guns I'm allowed to give them, or the government deems I can give them
when the time comes.
When the time comes, obviously. Yeah.
They're also going to inherit just the fucking sickest poster collection of all time.
Oh yeah. Some of these fucking blacklight posters are bangers, bro.
You can't even where do you even get back blacklight posters anymore?
Spencer's is
do you
the
still
only
get them at Spencer's?
I don't know. I haven't bought a poster in years because I got a sick collection.
So many.
This Hendrix right here, this Jimi Hendrix blacklight poster. I've never seen anyone ever have this. And you know where I got that? I got that at Spencer's, Port Huron, Michigan.
Oh shit! Eh?
Yeah, I had to.
You smuggled that one across the border.
Oh yeah, dude. Anything in the trunk? Yeah, just the sick ass Jimi Hendrix blacklight poster.
And then they were like secondary. We need to search you for drugs. The guy's got a blacklight poster of Jimi Hendrix. He smokes marijuana for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he probably does some kind of psychedelic drug as well too. It's a plant.
It's a fungus. It's a fungus. I really want to do mushrooms.
Yeah, we can make that happen. Actually, I'm a dad now. I mean, I'm down to do mushrooms, but it's got to be like in the summertime.
I'm also a
camping. I know, but it's not like something that I enjoy doing at home. I can't just do them and be in the house. I need to be
I'm not the type of person that likes to do them and be like out in the world.
Yeah, but
I need a safe, quiet space.
Well, what about around a campfire in a fucking anti-gravity chair?
An anti-gravity chair out in the big woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a great time.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, we did them the last time when we were at where were we? We were right by Goderich at where's that waterfall?
Fuck. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rockland.
No, not
Rockland.
No, you know what? Doesn't matter now. I've talked about it before, but my brain's garbage right now. I did some pretty serious drinking last night, so I'm barely holding on here. Matt came over holding a beer because people that don't know, if you don't listen, Matt's my neighbor, right? So it's pretty easy for us to hang out, which is nice.
I was joking with Sandra when I left the house. I'm like, can I get in trouble for this? She's like, only if you get caught. But I'm like, I'm walking between my house and somebody else's house. She's like, it'll just be a ticket. They'll make you pour it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. So I was like holding it like tucked up against my forearm as I was walking down the street. And I left the house and she like opened the curtain and she started like fucking recording me. And she's like, I need to report a man walking down the street with a beer. And I just flipped her off.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
I was like, get out of here.
Yeah, that's so funny though. But that's the thing, like, it's not like you're fucking wasted, and it's
I'm fucking 38. This is my second Dos Equis of the night. Like,
yeah, it's fucking
chill.
It's finally nice out, and I just want to. I want to walk down the street with a cold beer.
Yeah, I know. What's the deal? I can fucking I could throw a football to his house or my house. Like, fuck. I know I couldn't. That'd be awesome if I could though.
That would be fucking awesome.
That's a bomb.
I
the NFL.
can definitely not throw a football that far or straight.
I can throw it straight. I just don't know how. Like I got an arm. I just don't know how far I could go. I've never tried to max out my distance.
Arm like a fucking cannon.
Yeah.
Canny powers. Anyway, so yeah, what's been going on with you?
Do I have a tale to weave?
A tale to weave. You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'll preface this. Bob has heard this, but the listeners have not.
Yeah, so I will try to have as genuine reaction. Oh my god. Are you all right?
All right. So a couple of weeks ago, 4 weeks, about a month ago now, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was about then.
Yeah.
I mean, time slips so fast.
I know. It goes so fast the older you get. When you're younger, you're like, I can't wait to be fucking 18, and then you're 38, and you're like, I wish I was fucking 18.
I would have changed so many things.
So I got like fucking taken to the hospital in an ambulance from my work, like from my desk.
That's fucking crazy.
It was nuts. So I'm just like sitting at my desk, and we're busy as fuck right now. Like, we're so busy. Like, trailers coming in left, right, and center.
So for people that don't know, Matt works in a shipping and receiving office and basically is like a dispatch.
I'm a shipping and receiving scheduler. So I schedule all the trucks coming in, all the trucks going out. So it's like, I get Sandra. She's like, "You're so organized at work. Why can't you be organized at home?" I'm like, "I'm not organized at home because I have to be organized at work. I'm paid to be organized at work.
Dude, I have to be so organized at work."
And then you want to do fucking nothing that involves organization when you get home.
Well, I have ADD and OCD, so sometimes it kicks in. But there are days where I'm like, I'm fucking done. She said, "What are we doing this weekend?" I'm like, "Me personally, nothing." I was like, I'll vacuum. I'll do a load of dishes, but like, we went for a walk the other night, and like, other than that, nothing. No,
I'll go for walks with you.
Yeah,
that's about all the organization and planning I can take right now.
Yeah, like at work, I have like so many notes and stuff. Like, I have a metal siding on the wall, right? So I have all the metal clips. So I have all this stuff clipped to the wall, and I'm like, because that's the only way I can do it. I have to be organized.
Oh, see, I need
that like visual reminder of stuff as well too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know I need to do something, but I'm like, I'm bringing in like 8 trucks a week. You know what I mean? And and I got because I have to order all the material, right? So
8
I have.
trucks a week.
Oh, fuck off! Whatever.
That sounds funny.
You're just doing border pave work. Don't give me that.
Do you know how many trucks I brought in on Friday?
No, I understand. Okay, I know, but there's a difference, though.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's not to say that your job is.
You're bringing in like raw materials,
and I have to organize and make sure we have it. I have to do math and make sure that I have to know when stuff's gonna run out. I have to know when I need more. Like either way, it's just you got to be organized.
Yeah. Oh, for sure it is. It's and one thing that I've realized, me and Sandra both realized that we like are probably both undiagnosed ADD for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I came down. I was watching TV today, and I came downstairs, and like there's just a pile of shoes in the living room. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, well, I wanted to sweep out here, but we had too many shoes by the door, so I put all the shoes in the living room, and then like the drawers by the back door was dirty, so I had to move that. She's like, and then I saw that like there was smudges on the wall, so I had to start cleaning that.
Yeah, oh dude, that sounds like my life.
So she spiraled like hard. Our kitchen's nice and clean though, but I mean, other than that, but yeah, we're learning about like object permanence, and like I got all these TikToks that are showing me like what to do, and it's like don't put your fruit and veggies in like the vegetable drawers and shit like that.
Why?
Because with ADD, like object permanence, you put it in there. Like if you
forget about it,
you forget about it. So what you should do is you put your condiments in there, because if you want a condiment, you're gonna go look for it.
That's smart because
so you put your vegetables on the fucking door.
We throw out a lot of vegetables.
So do we. Like a lot. I threw out an entire fucking head of cauliflower and 2 heads of broccoli.
You know how expensive that shit is?
It is crazy expensive. Like, it goes on sale. I buy 3 of them. Do you think we're going to eat them? No, but I feel like I save money.
Yeah.
All right, so, as I was saying. So I take him to the hospital.
I'm not mad about this sidetrack.
No, either am I. That's the best part. So I'm sitting at my desk. We're fucking crazy busy. I got 8 trucks in before 10.
Yeah, okay. Whoa, all right. Fucking different goddamn... It's a different goddamn job is what it is. Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I haven't eaten anything. I've been, like, intermittent fasting, so, like, I don't eat after 8 o'clock, and I don't eat before 11. I'm trying to get to 16 hours, but, like...
See, I actually... Once you told me that, I've been, like, trying to do that. I've been trying to, like...
You eat in an 8-hour window.
I'm, like, making a point of, like, not eating until, like, 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so try to get to 16. I think I'm at 14 right now.
But I smoke another dart, and I won't be hungry for another 2 hours.
Yeah, but then my vapes taste good, so that just make me hungry. So I haven't eaten. So it's like we're busy. It's like I usually take my lunch at 11:30. I haven't eaten at this point. It's 11:45. So I check my blood sugar because I'm type 2 diabetic, and it's low. It's like 5.1.
So now what's
5 to 6 to me is fine.
Okay,
like that's
5 to 6 is normal.
5 to 6 is normal. I go to like 4.9. I start getting a little shaky.
Yeah. So you generally you want to be like a 5.5.
Like, yeah, right around there. And then I go above 9, I start getting a headache. That's really all that happens. I get a headache.
Oh, really?
I get tired. Yeah.
Yeah. But
so I'm sitting there and I'm like, fucking. I made a Delissio pizza the night before, and I like fucking pretty much killed that entire thing except for like one, not even a quarter. So I cut it into 6 slices.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had a 1/6 that I had cut in half to put in my lunch with a Nutri-Grain bar. So I had half of that 6. So I had a 1/12 of a Delissio pizza.
You're always on with the math. I love it.
Yeah, well, I wonder where I learned that.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Selling drugs.
Yeah.
So I eat this like 1/12 of a pizza, and then I'm like, oh, it just wasn't sitting right. And I check. I'm like, okay, I'll have this Nutri-Grain bar. My blood sugar was low enough. I'll have this Nutri-Grain bar that'll help me feel a little better. Bring it up a little bit.
So now, do you like I'm curious. Like, do you base like the amount of sugar like just by reading the packaging? Like,
yeah. So it's like I try not to eat anything with like a low sugar is considered like 4 to 6 grams of sugar.
Oh, okay.
So then you look like a bag of candy. It's like 22 grams of sugar per serving. It's like 3 fucking Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
Like fuck off.
That's crazy.
That's nuts, right? I know. I try to like live my life by the servings now. So it's like when I want chips, I try to do low carb, low sugar.
Yeah.
So when I want chips, it's like I'll look at the serving and it's like, okay, it's like 18 grams of carbs for like 22 Doritos. So I literally will sit there and I'll be like 1. And I'll eat 22 Doritos, and then I'll wrap up the bag and I'll put them away.
Yeah, but that's good.
But you know how hard it is to count while you're watching TV eating Doritos? You're like, fuck, was that 15 or 16?
Why don't you just go into the kitchen and just put 22 in a bowl?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could do that, but then I have to clean that fucking bowl later.
You have a dishwasher.
Yeah, but somebody's got to load it and unload it.
Oh no! I gotta go up there. There's some fucking yogurt bowls in the sink. I think. Ugh, that's
soak
good.
that
Day
shit.
old yogurt bowls.
That's the best.
I rinse everything.
Sanders really on fucking yogurt and like a granola
Yeah,
cereal.
like a parfait.
Yeah, so she'll do that, but she uses like the plain antibiotic, no gelatin, no sugar added Activia.
Yeah.
So like you're really relying on that fucking granola to bring flavor to that shit.
You're just eating slop.
Yeah, basically. Okay, so
I like doing the coconut one.
I do
banana
the
nut granola.
I do the
banana coconut
fruit almond one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, sorry, back to the
So,
story.
so I'm sitting there. I start getting a little dizzy. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is super fucking weird. So I get up to go get water, and I make like 2 steps. Now there's 2 of us in my office. We have like this big like fuck off conjoined desk. So it's like 2 workstations with like an island between us. So she's there, and I stand up to go get some water, which is like fucking out my office, and around the corner there's like a water cooler. And I like everything goes gray. I'm like, what the fuck? So I sit back down. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I just got really fucking dizzy. And she's like, okay, we'll just sit down. I'll go take we had like 3 trucks show up at lunch because they always fucking do it. We always joke around that we swear these guys meet up at the Flying J and they're like, let's go fuck over Accuride together.
Yeah, probably.
So she's out on the dock doing shit. And I'm just sitting there. And like now at this point, I've got my hood on. I like tucked my arms into my sweater. And I'm just sitting there.
Freezing,
I'm fucking freezing.
Wow.
I check my blood sugar and in like 30 minutes it jumped to 9.9, which is like unheard of for me. With my medication, I don't ever have high blood sugar. Ever.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm
and
fucking
you're obviously very
shaking.
conscientious of like,
Oh yeah, I
what
watch
you're
that
eating,
shit
right?
all
yeah.
the time.
And you have to, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You gotta be
I've
safe.
dropped like 60 pounds.
You look
last
awesome.
Year,
I told you, you look
I'm
amazing.
I'm almost at 3. I'm getting down there.
Yeah,
3
you look great.
3 was my immediate goal.
That's what I said to you as soon as we went out like 2 weeks ago. I was like, you look awesome.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, you look good.
After the hospital, things got real clean.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, do we need health and safety to come? And I was like, I don't know. So she called health and safety, and our health and safety is like an absolute sweetheart. She just moved here from our plant in Mexico.
Oh, cool.
She's amazing. Like I love her to death, and she's out there. And she's just like. She's like, obviously Mexican because she came from Mexico, and she's like behind me. She's like, "Oh, Matt, are you okay?" She's like rubbing my shoulders.
Yeah.
And she's being really sweet. I'm like, "This is really nice, but you should stop touching me." Like I was just really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So they ended up calling a hospital. We're calling an ambulance to come and get me. Like, we're calling an ambulance. I'm like, okay. And then I guess they had a wheelchair from somewhere else in the plant, and like they brought it out and they opened it up. And like my coworker went and like stood behind it, and she was like, "You think he's gonna fit in this thing? I could barely fit in this thing." And she's standing behind it, and she's like 5'2", and like the thing the thing is barely wider than she is, and she's not big. She's 5'2", and like she's tiny.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then our HR guy's like, yeah, you're probably right. So they'll just bring the gurney in here, and that's what they did. They came in, they like right into my office, right behind my desk. Like, I had my eyes closed. Like, I stood up, and, like, the 2 guys caught... Like, that's how fast... Like, as soon as I stood up, like, my eyes would go gray.
Really?
Yeah, so, they laid me down, and they got me in there. They...
so scary. I'm so glad you're okay. Man.
So, they get me into the back of the ambulance, and they fucking dry shave my chest. I'm gonna show you right now, because I have, like, a mohawk going on right now. Look at this, right there. 2... Boop. Boop, and like just a mohawk of hair right in the middle of my chest. I'm very, very hairy. So it's just a mohawk right down the center of my chest.
Oh my god! So
they like dry shave, they hook up the leads and everything.
That was the worst part, bro.
Yeah, and they just go for it, right? There's no water, no nothing, just a razor and fucking hair. I've been so itchy for fucking ever. So we're driving. My eyes are closed. They're talking to me. I spiked a fever in the back of the ambulance of like 103. Like I was like just borderline delirium.
Yeah, fever dream.
Yeah, right. And like they're like talking to me. My eyes are closed, and like I can tell where we are. Like because like the speed picks up, and I can tell we're on Highbury now. We're driving like. And I'm just feeling, and like every time they turn, I feel like I'm gonna fall. They got me strapped into.
Where'd they take you, Victoria Hospital?
Yeah, I went to Vic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get into Vic. They've given me Advil and Tylenol at this point to like bring down the fever. They roll me into like where all the ambulance people go in there, and like it's me, an old guy that like I said to you before, I'm pretty sure this guy was already fucking dead. They roll me right past him. His fucking face is just like, tongue out, and like 2 guys from like the Exeter Road jail.
Yeah.
And they're just like chirping the whole time. One guy says he's gonna fucking kill himself, and I'm like, this is where I want to be right now.
Yeah.
This is my life.
Oh fuck.
So I sit with these guys for like 2 hours. I start talking, like, whatever. They're like, okay, it's been there. Well, you've been here for, it was an hour and a half. You've been here for an hour and a half, so we're going to put you into the waiting room. So I've already got like my bracelet on, but then they, like, I'm not emergent enough. So they just put me into the waiting room. So like the guy helps me into the waiting room, and I sit down, and Sandra's like, do you need me to come? I'm like, no, there's no point. I'm going to be sitting here for hours.
Yeah,
like,
because
when I first got there, the sign behind them said, like, estimated wait time 6 hours. And then, like,
God.
2 hours later, it was scratched out, and it was 9 hours. 2 hours after that, I scratched it out, and it was fucking 11 hours. I'm like, I'm never getting out of here.
Yeah,
ever.
like, literally, like, you're just, every time you change that, it doesn't bring down my time at all.
No. You just add it. You're adding hours to
Yeah.
it. Like, 2 at a time. Like, fuck.
Like, I need to see someone so I
So,
can go
and
home.
I haven't eaten anything
Yeah.
or drank anything all day. It's like
They-
7 o'clock.
They wouldn't give you any water or anything?
They gave me water, but I drank it. It was gone.
And when was this, at lunchtime?
Yeah, like when I got there, like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so...
So Sandra was like, do you want me to come? Like, she brought me some, like, plain yogurt and some almonds, just something to put in my stomach. And, like, brought me vape juice and just, like, drove around Victoria twice. And I just, like, sat in the car and I fucking just vaped. I was like, I need fucking nicotine. So I'm like vaping like crazy. I'm like, this is all I'm going to have. I don't know when the next time I'm going to get this is. So I go back inside. I sit down, start chatting with these two people, whatever. I'm still a little dizzy.
Yeah.
So I've been sitting down again for another, like, 2 hours. And they finally call my name. So I stand up. And, like, as soon as I stand up, I start wobbling. Like, I start leaning right, and, like, this guy, like, literally, like, reaches up and puts his hand on me, and he's like, you good? I'm like,
No.
I think so. And, like, so the girl comes out and takes me back. Whatever. At this point, I call Sandra. She comes back in. So, to get to the juicy bits of this. So they come in, they take blood, they do all this shit. They won't let me eat, they won't let me drink.
I can't believe they wouldn't even let you have water.
Yeah, well, they were like, we need to wait till the doctor. Like, the doctor needs to be able to say you're able to do anything. I'm like, well, can I piss? And they're like, yes, but they bring me one of those angled jugs. And they're like, since you've been dizzy and we saw you stumble, we need you to piss into this. So I'm like, just like stick your dick into a plastic jug and just let her.
Yeah,
She's like, we'll probably test that too. I'm like, I bet you will.
Yeah,
Continue.
Yeah, please.
You want all my fluids,
Yeah,
don't
please
you?
Continue to degrade me.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we need you. They were like, you can put your gown on, topped off, bottoms on. I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm like, still in like my jeans and like work boots, but nothing up top, just hospital gown. So the doctor comes in. My wife's there at this point, and she's just like sitting there, and the doctor's like, okay, so based on your symptoms and everything, we need to rule out a couple of things. Your white count is high, so you're obviously fighting something.
Yeah.
With the fever spike and all that stuff, and like everything else, we need to rule out meningitis. And to do that, or viral meningitis, and to do that, we need to do a spinal tap.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like, we need to do a spinal tap, and I was like, okay. They're like, we'll use some local freezing. You know, most people say it's not too bad. I'm like, okay. I'm very positive about this whole situation. This doctor is very convincing. Like, well, your medical degree is well paid for, sir. Bedside manner. Thumbs up. So they come back with this. Of course, when they come back, they got their trays and everything. They're like, we need you to like lean over onto your side, like lay on your side. Your shoulders need to be perfectly straight. I'm like, how can you lay on your side and you're like, I'm fucking, it's not a bore. These hospital beds have zero support whatsoever. So there's like, and bring your knees to your chest, and I'm like, I'm fucking 6'2", I'm 300 pounds. My knees don't go to my chest. Like, I don't know why you.
What do you want?
What do you want me to do? If my knees would go to my chest, I'd be jumping for fucking joy right now. So he's like, he starts fucking using his hands. He's got his like fingers on my hips, and he's got his thumb. And he's like digging into my spine. He's like, no, a lot of people say that this is the worst part. This is the worst part. This guy's just fucking like amping up his game, right? He's just like, this is the worst. Me thumbing your spine is going to be the worst part about this. I'm like, okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Awesome. So he's like, all right, so I need you to picture a cat on a picture of a black cat on Halloween. That's what I want you to picture. Like, just really arch your back. Like, again, I'm 6'2" and 300
My body
pounds.
doesn't work like that.
My body doesn't arch like that. Like, I'm not like, this isn't a rap video. I'm not fucking popping it, right? Like,
can you go ahead and do the London Bridge for us?
Yeah. You do backwards this time though. Like, what is that? Back handspring or whatever.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
So he's like, okay, we're gonna apply some local freezing to the area, and he's like, you're gonna feel a pinch. I'm like, all right. And then they start like using what I thought was like a scalpel or something because I could feel them like marking my back. Like, this is our entry point. He's like, and the student, this is a teaching hospital, so
oh my god,
I'm gonna guide
that makes
the
it
student.
the worst.
Yeah.
No,
and
no.
Then, before this, like I thought about this afterwards. He said like it's rare for there to be any type of side effects. He's like, normally it's like you'll have some back pain or you can get an infection, which would lead you to come back. It's about 20%. And I was like, afterwards I thought about that. I'm like, that's 1 in fucking 5. That's you think about it like that. 20% sounds good because 20 is a long way from 100, but 1 in 5.
Yeah. Again, we're doing the math. we're breaking it down.
Breaking it down. It's 1 in 5.
Yeah, but I mean, it's 2023.
Yeah.
Figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
properly.
exactly. Like,
so ask AI. It'll tell you.
Here we're gonna go, and they start now. Holy fuck! Let me tell you.
So now, for people that don't know, Spinal Tap is like it's them just shoving a long ass needle.
The needle that they said they had wasn't long enough. They couldn't find a longer needle.
Oh
so they were trying to do it with a shorter needle. So, and this needle was like fucking probably 6 inches long.
Just a short one.
Just a short one. We need a longer needle. I'm like, how much back do I have between my fucking skin and my spinal cord? Like, I know I'm a big guy, but Jesus.
Yeah, I can't do the math on that one.
Yeah, my wife doesn't take a 6-inch prick. I don't know why I should have to.
It's Bobchat Baby.
Yeah. So they're going, and honestly, this is the most excruciating pain I've ever felt.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, dude, and they're going, so like, it'll take about 10-15 minutes. The whole thing ended up taking 45 fucking minutes.
No, it didn't.
It did.
Fuck.
Lying on my side, that wasn't working. They told me to sit up, and like they brought in one of those like chair trays that they like lean over the C-shaped trays that lean over the bed to eat with.
Yeah.
They put that on the side, and they're like, just lean on that. And I'm sitting up, and like at one point in time, I fucking snapped the edge of it, like just broke it right off. They're like, we'll get you another one. I'm like, I'll fucking break that one too. And then they're like,
I was not in a good place.
I was not in a good place. And they're like, let me know if you feel any weird pain. At one point in time, I fucking like had a Charlie horse in like my left leg. And I'm like, I can feel some pain in my leg, and then like,
oh no, we barely.
and then another point in time, it felt like somebody was trying to like push my balls out from behind. So like, I'm having this done, and I'm just yelling at the top of my lungs, "It's in my balls! It's in my balls!" Like it's like I'm yelling this in the hospital, and this isn't like in a room. This is in the like one of the emergency beds.
Yeah,
like, there's fucking 11 other people in here too within earshot. I hear this old man next door complaining, and like his daughter or whatever is with him. He's like, he's just having a procedure done. It's okay. And then like I'm.
What was he complaining?
I don't know.
This guy won't shut up over there.
The guy could barely breathe. I don't even know who the fuck he was. I heard him moaning and groaning the whole time.
That's sad.
Bummer, right? So like 45 minutes of this. Sandra's. I'm like drenched in sweat. I'm so.
And like, what was the problem? They just couldn't find.
They couldn't
because they couldn't find where
the doctor explained it to the guy was like, when you reach the spinal column and you enter the spinal column, it'll feel like you sticking a needle into cold butter. Like, you'll have that little bit of resistance, but not a lot. I'm listening to him explain this. I'm like, cold butter? Who the fuck are you? Like, what?
I mean, yeah, because we all definitely know what it's like
to stick a needle in cold butter. Yeah.
I do it all the time.
Exactly. I'm gonna go home and do it.
I'm gonna as soon as you leave. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. I might even try cheese too. I feel like that's got the same consistency, right?
Ooh, what about cottage cheese?
Oh, that would be nothing. Just come up with like chunks of rotten cheese. So yeah, so they did it. And
Swiss cheese. Good luck.
Yeah, find the hole. So they ended up getting through like 45 minutes, and I'm sweating. At one point in time, I just told them, like, I'm gonna fucking pass out. So they had like this nurse come in who was like fucking this big around. I'm
and she's gonna survive.
Every time I'm like, there's a situation where I might faint, they always bring in the tiniest fucking people. It's happened my entire life. I'm like, I will murder her. If I fall, what is she gonna catch me? Good luck.
It's like,
do you want to listen to some music? And like Sandra like pulls out her phone and she starts like I'm a big Post Malone fan. She starts playing Post Malone. And I fucking I slide her phone away. I'm like, are you trying to fucking ruin that? Like, the fuck's the matter with you? You play my favorite artist while I'm having the worst pain of my life.
Yeah, I don't want to associate that with Posty.
Yeah. So eventually, boom, pop it in, and then I feel like liquid just running down my back right into my ass. Right in my ass.
Is it blood?
No, spinal fluid.
Oh.
Yeah, so they get through, and they take like 4 vials of spinal fluid, and the doctor's like, okay, now, because spinal fluid, like cerebral spinal fluid and everything goes up and around your brain, you might get a little bit of a headache. a fucking understatement of the goddamn world.
Yeah,
a
really
little
bad.
bit of a oh my god, it felt like if you picture your two brain hemispheres.
Yes.
It felt like somebody was trying to stick their hand up between them and like
now
separate them.
Now I can't not picture that. So.
Yeah, like, and that's what it felt like.
Oh no.
And at this point, I'm like, I'm so done with the day. Like, this is the worst day of my whole fucking life. And then Sandra's like, okay, they're like, you can have food now. So Sandra's like, I need to go.
Thank God.
She's like,
finally.
She didn't prepare to be here all night. They might need to keep me overnight, whatever. So I was like, give me fucking McDonald's. Give me a quarter pounder.
Yes.
Quarter pounder with cheese and bacon. I want a large fry. And I want
after the worst day of your life, you just want to muck some McDonald's.
So the nurse comes back. And they have my medical history. They know everything about me.
Yeah.
I've been going to Vic my whole life, and they're like, the doctors approved you to have some painkillers because you might be discomforted. Is that okay? And I'm like, please, like, just Advil and Tylenol's not cutting it. And then she goes and she comes back and she's like, have you ever had any hydromorphine or Dilaudid or anything like that? And like my like recovering drug, like, I'm okay, it's been 15 years, right? So
yes.
I'm clean and sober. I drink, but like I don't dabble in drugs or hard drugs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't want to be totally sober. You know how those fucking people are.
Yeah, like, well, I see. I'm not one of those people that like me drinking doesn't lead to other things.
Yes, you can have a couple of beers and be like,
I can go and get fucking hammered, and it's not going to be like I want to go do heroin.
Yeah.
I never did heroin, but I mean, it's close.
Yes.
It's be easier to find than what I used to. Like I used to do Oxy. So I was like, oh no, I've never had any of those. And like in my head, I'm like, yeah, you have, you lying fucker. So like they hooked me up
because you just want to make sure they weren't going to be like, oh, sorry,
you can't have it. I was in so much pain, I didn't even fucking care at that point.
Yeah,
like,
I need something.
And like afterwards, the next day, I'm
not taking these for pleasure. It's because I'm
well,
generally...
it was IV. They weren't giving them to me.
Yeah,
right? So it was just fucking boom right in my IV, and then like Sandra was gone, and like I'm just sitting there, and I'm like. Just like face, just like it hit me like a ton of fucking bricks, and I was like, "Oh, hello, my old friend."
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And like the next day, like if there was any like, the next day I said to Sandra, "I mean, like I fell off the wagon." They're like, "No, you were given it by a medical professional." You had
so was Michael Jackson, Matt.
But not a concierge medical professional that was being paid to give me drugs.
Yeah.
So I got like a little like worried about that, but like it.
No, that's good, but you're strong. You're better than that.
Oh yeah, but it definitely solidified the fact in my mind that like once you have an issue,
yes,
you have that issue.
Oh, absolutely.
For your entire life. Because the next day I was like, sure could go for some more morphine, right? Like I was like, that's a bad thing.
Yes, yeah, but I'm proud of you though. That's you were able to. You've come a long way, obviously. Like I didn't know you back then, but like just from what you've told me, I mean, that's like you conquered that demon, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It
wasn't easy. It took me 10 years, but
yeah. But look at you now.
Yeah, look at me now.
Look awesome.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Look, hey, look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought that first day at Ideal Pipe? This is where we.
Yeah, no doubt.
Not me.
Not me. I never saw it coming.
I never saw it coming. The next day we're just talking about it, and
I wish we were both Paul Rudd. That'd be awesome.
Fucking not age.
He's a vampire.
That guy is drinking something.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, like the blood of the innocent or something.
Yeah.
So we're talking about it, and Sandra's like, so do you know, like, how many times that they stuck that needle in your back? And I was like, I don't know, like 3 or
many times.
She's like
probably.
3 or 4 times, and I was like 3 or 4 times, and she's like, no, like she's like 15 to 20 different times they had to readjust the angle.
And Sandra's probably sitting there like these.
She like at one point in time, I heard her crying because I was grunting and I was in so much fucking pain for 45 minutes. Yeah, she's never seen me like that before. I would be scared. I like to think I'm a pretty fucking strong dude. Like,
but I mean, that's a kind of pain that like.
It's not even like it's not even just like a broken bone pain. It's weird because there's like this needle and like they're bumping into bones and shit when they don't hit the right spot. They're hitting shit in there, right?
Yes, yeah,
like,
yeah.
So the next day I'm like looking in the mirror and like my back's pink from all the Bactine or iodine, whatever they use. They just fucking they use a paintbrush to paint it on your back.
Bring in the roller.
Yeah, it's like and like there's just like.
That's crazy.
It's like a cratered surface on my back. So it came back negative. Like I didn't have viral meningitis.
So now did they find out what happened?
They were like, your body is fighting something. It's not coming up on any tests or anything like that. But basically the doctor said we've loaded you with enough antivirals and antibiotics that whatever you're fighting is going to be fucking done. So like, give it a couple of days. They said.
And then then obviously you felt better, right?
I felt the next day. The worst part about it was
just your
my
back.
Holy fuck! I couldn't walk. I could barely walk for like 2 days. So that was Thursday. I took Friday off work. I had Saturday, Sunday. And then I had to go into work on Monday because Brenda already had the day off. So
Brenda,
she already had the day off. So, yeah, that was pretty much it. And
that's crazy. It's so scary, man.
It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, I was like it. Like put the whole I don't know. Like I know nothing serious happened, and yeah, it's just a spinal tap, but I don't wish that on fucking anybody.
No,
it was so bad.
Absolutely. Can you imagine like the first doctors being like, you know what we're gonna do? Let's just shove a needle in his spine.
Yeah, let's see what's in that cord.
What's in there?
What's in there?
I don't know. I feel like it's something to do with the brain as well. You know what? We're just gonna have to. Hey, it's science, okay? In medicine, sacrifices have to be made.
I imagine it was probably on a cadaver at one point in time. They were like just cutting shit up, and they were like, "What's this clear liquid coming out of his back?"
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I don't know. Craziness, though. Ugh.
It is, yeah. So that was my crazy ordeal.
So you had no idea what was causing you to like feel like that?
I still felt like shit on Monday. I shouldn't have gone to work. I should not have gone to work at all. But I'm fine now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
wow, that's so scary, man.
Yeah, it was not. Sandra was like, we
got a lot of podcasts to do, bro.
Yeah. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, the fucked up thing was, so like a few weeks before that, we were over at one of our. I'm not gonna name any names.
Okay, that's fine.
We were over at our friend's house having some drinks and some margaritas. One of my friends just got his wife got him these like giant fucking like fishbowl margarita glasses, and I wasn't planning on drinking. And he was like, "Do you want a margarita?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." He's like, "What about one of those?" I was like, fuck, all right, let's do it. So we made some food, and like Sandra made a charcuterie board. And we were all just chilling out, having a good old time. And then like I'm standing at their they have a very nice. They rent a condo. It's very nice. Like,
okay,
very
cool.
very new, very very new. And yeah, so I'm standing by their door. And my buddy is sitting there, and he's like rubbing his side. He's like, my side hurts, like on his right side. And we're like, what's going on?
Oh no! And
he's like, I don't know. And he stood up, and then like he's trying to stretch it out, and he sits back down. This guy's a personal trainer, so he's in great shape.
Yeah.
And I'm standing there, and then like I just look over at him. He just kind of looks cloudy.
Oh no!
And I was like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm just getting a little dizzy." So then his wife's like, "You go lay down, on the couch or whatever."
Absolutely.
He takes like 2 steps and then just fucking boom.
Oh no!
Right down onto the ground.
Like a ton of bricks.
And nothing sobers you up like that. I was fucking hammered. I had 2 of those fish bowls. There's 6 shots of tequila in there each. Like,
yeah, I'll have a tequila, but only if it's in a fishbowl.
Only if it's in a fishbowl margarita glass, please.
I refuse to drink tequila.
So he ended up having like the ambulance call and everything because like I ran over and she's an RMT, and she's like flipping him, and I'm like holding his head and whatnot, and like I'm supporting his head, and she's like rubbing his chest, and then his eyes just open up, and he looks at me and goes, "Oh hey." I'm like, "You good, buddy?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." I'm like, I don't know if you are.
You just passed out.
So afterwards, after like the paramedics come and they ask him like, do you do any type of pre-workout or anything like that? And I just like we're all fucking around at this point because like he's okay, we're drunk. Yeah. And I lean over to Sandra and I'm like, do you think they would have asked me if I took any pre-workout? Because like he's like literally like head to toe Under Armour, like the compression shirt, the shorts, the socks, like everything.
Crazy.
Right? He's a personal trainer.
So needless to say, they didn't ask you.
They did not ask me if I pre-workout at all. And I was like, if by pre-workout you mean eat a chicken, a whole rotisserie chicken.
It's a lot of protein.
It's a lot of protein. I take the skin off, guys. So we're joking around and we're asking him afterwards, like what was going on? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't remember. I just remember that I was someplace. He's like, it was really nice. He's like, I was warm. And we're like, what the fuck?
Like, did he legally die?
No, he never stopped breathing. He did the whole, like, when he was face down, he did the whole thing, like when you pass out. Oh, fuck, dude, he was out. So like
so
now
scary.
there's like this big joke in our group chat that like he tried to meet Jesus and like he's like, I don't know what happened. He's like, all I remember is somebody yelling my name over and over and over again, and I I opened my eyes and you were staring at me, and I was like, that must have been fucking terrifying.
It's me. It's been me this whole time.
It's been me the whole time. So yeah, no, there's this joke in our group chat that like he's off trying to meet Jesus. I'm making friends with viral meningitis. Like our wives hate us. Yeah, it was.
That's amazing. Well, I'm glad that he's. So, did they know what happened?
No idea.
No
Haven't
idea.
heard anything about it since. Yeah, they were like, we can't tell you to go to the hospital, but we don't think it would be a bad idea. But like the paramedics, like in our opinion, I'm not concerned if you don't. Like I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, I wonder what happened to that guy.
Yeah,
that's what he said. And I was like, cool, all right.
Yeah, I mean, all right, okay. So another round of fishbowl.
Yeah. No. His wife was like, you are not drinking anymore.
Oh yeah. That sucks for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure my wife would.
I was gonna say somebody might be hearing those words.
Yeah, I'm sure my wife would wish that I would stop drinking. Speaking of which, I definitely need a beer soon. That's crazy though, man. What an experience.
What a wild ride.
I've had some medical experiences like breaking bones and shit, but like never like serious where I'm like they don't know what's wrong with you.
That like the only other like serious like medical thing that I ever had happen, I was like I was going into kindergarten. So however old you are then, it was like the summer before kindergarten.
4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, around there, 6, I don't know. We were having a bonfire when I grew up in the country. We were having a bonfire across the street, like an end of summer bonfire. And my sister brought out an aerosol can and was like spraying in the fire, and I told her to stop. So she like threw it down, and this kid from down the street.
Oh, I think you told me.
I did tell you this.
It exploded.
He like kicked into the fire, and it fucking everybody backed up. I had no idea what was going to happen. I was fucking standing 3 feet from the fire, and it blew up right in my face. Oh yeah, fucking rushed to the hospital, transferred to the burn unit, like. Oh fuck yeah! I was in the hospital for like a month.
Really?
Yeah, dude. It was bad. And then I didn't go to school when it started because I was afraid that everybody was gonna make fun of me because my fucking face was covered in scars.
Oh, really?
Like 1st and 2nd degree burns on my face, arms, and legs.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow. So when did you end up going to school?
I was still in kindergarten, but it was like months into the school year. I remember walking in like. I have a vivid memory of walking in Delaware Central, fucking in the old building before they demolished it. Like I remember the building.
Yeah.
Walking in to like class, like after the morning announcements, and everything. Walking in, and like at this point, everybody's had time to make friends. I'm just this new fucking kid that walks in, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's just like looking at me. I still got a little bit of scars around my eyes and shit.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah, it was fucking.
That's the last time we invited the neighbor kid.
Yeah.
Took up the bus.
There was only 4 houses on our street.
Yeah.
Like there was only like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was the only other serious medical thing.
I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
That's
I feel good.
Do you feel good?
I do.
You
I'm
look
taking
good.
my health a little bit more serious since then.
You look good. You look good. It definitely shows, man. I'm proud of you. You're making a positive change.
I'm trying to go for. I'm going for 275 by November.
Yeah, that's good.
So
awesome.
when I go to Mexico, I want to be able to go on the zip lines.
Hell yeah.
And like there's like $300 or $300. 300 pound is like the weight limit. But I don't want to be like, oh, you just made it. I want to be like, no.
Yeah, I want to put.
You're 298. You can go on there.
I want to put a little bit of distance between the weight load limit.
I'm sure it's like 350. They just say 300.
Yeah,
at least that's what I'm telling myself.
So when you get back from Mexico, we'll have another fun medical.
Right. Yeah. Oh, good thing I got travel insurance.
I don't think I've ever gone on a zip line, to be honest. That'd be awesome.
I'm terrified of heights, so I don't even know what I'm going to do.
I'm not that excited about heights either.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, see, it's not the fall that I'm afraid of.
Yes.
It's the impact.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The fall, chances are you're going to have a heart attack.
Oh, well, probably.
Yeah. Like I would definitely.
I don't know what the heart. I don't know what the heart conditions are like in my family.
They're garbage in my family. So if that's why I don't even want to. I wouldn't even want to go skydiving because I think it just terrifies me so much that like I would just have a heart attack. I know there's a parachute, but what if it doesn't work?
Yep. I have one of the drivers that comes in. I talk to this guy all the time. He's super rad. He does the I don't know what it's called, like paragliding with like he's got the big sail, but he's got like the backpack fan and shit like that. Yes. And his parents have like a farm somewhere, so he's always like, he has a YouTube channel. I follow his YouTube channel. He shows videos of him doing like his like He had to do like actual like aviation school for this. And he's like probably around my age, but like he's single, he doesn't have any kids, he lives by himself, so like he's just got fucking money to burn. Right? So like so he has to have a parachute for that. Like he's got a parachute, he's got a reserve parachute, he's got a sail, and like,
oh my god,
he's like shows me all the shit that he buys all the time. He makes his own vape juice too.
What? How do you even do that?
He gave me a bottle of it. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's got all the flavorings, he's got all the concentrates, he's got everything. He showed me his setup, like his kitchen table. It's like it looks like a fucking Walter White, just like mixing up vape juice.
Awesome.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I'm glad you're all right. I mean, I don't know what I would do without you. I'd miss you like crazy.
You fucking have Ethan in here. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You bring Ethan
carrying on the legacy.
As the co-host. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the co-host.
He's the co-host with the most.
Most. Yeah. You like that, eh? Yeah.
He's got funny. One more most than I do.
Yeah. Don't worry, though. You're a higher rank than he is.
Oh, I fucking love that the bracket's still up there.
Yeah, so we have, if anyone hasn't listened to that, Bobchat episode 10, I believe.
The bracket.
We basically go through like the top 50 rated movies on IMDb, and we determine which one we think is the best. I actually had my friend Kyle, is here from BC. He was down here. He was over here a couple days ago, and I showed him the room, right? And he's like, oh, look at that. He's like, that's cool. That's from Bobchat, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, which movie won? I'm like, well, I had two of the biggest Star Wars fans in the fucking world doing the episode with me, so it came down to Fellowship or Empire Strikes Back. Who do you think won?
It was always
biased.
It was always going to be a Star Wars movie. Just so you know, it was never going to be a Lord of the Rings movie.
I know. Fuck
ever.
You.
That was never going to happen.
I'm watching it tonight. It's been like a week, so
I'm going to keep binging Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. So you guys know where to follow us. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, wherever you find your pods. Tell your friends, tell your family. My Nana loves Bobchat. Your Nana could love Bobchat. Make it happen, right? And also remember, too, that medieval peasants worked only about 150 days in a year. The church believed it was important to keep them happy with frequent and mandatory holidays. So you have less holidays than a medieval peasant. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I mean, when you put it like that.
Yeah. Hey, man. When you 20%, that's 1 in 5.
That is 1 in 5.
All right. It's Bobchat Baby. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for coming over, Matt.
Hey, anytime. I love you.
Okay. Is that all you want to do? What else you want to say? Do you want to leave us with anything?
No. I'm good. Just that I love you and I cherish our friendship.
Yeah, me too. And we don't recommend getting a Spinal Tap.
Dude, never.
Okay, bye.
I want my pockets in my lady, simple life but not too crazy. I'm slim but I ain't shady, fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic cause it's Bobchat, baby.